Hey everybody, it's Second Chance Adventures. Today's day number 157 after having gastric bypass surgery. And I woke up in the house, it was freezing. Why is it that it was 80 degrees all week? And then today I woke up and the highest is going to be like 51. What the heck is going on? Why is the weather so stupid where I live? But it's normal. It really is. It just drives me nuts. Allergies last so much longer where I live. Anyways, not too much going on today. I am gonna actually go out and start walking. It's gonna be nice. I found a nice little park where not a lot of people are, and it's in a really quiet area, and there's not a lot of people that live in this part of town. So I'm gonna go take a nice walk and just enjoy the nice fresh air. It's gonna be great. Now, before surgery, that would have been totally out of the question. Because when you're really overweight, the last thing you want to do is exercise. And why is that? Multiple reasons. One, your body hurts. Number two, you can't keep up with most people. You can't. Number three, you're simply unmotivated. Four, you're too tired because you have to do everything else you need to do in life. And the last thing you want to do is exercise. Of course, that could be anybody, but it's harder when you're fat. Now I just wake up with this idea of like, yeah, I want to go to the park and walk. I want to go do something. But yeah, before surgery, I'd have been like, nope, nope. Any excuse, any way I could get out of it, I would do it. But and when you're overweight like that and you're in so much pain, I mean, who could blame you? But at the same time, the only way to get rid of it is to make changes. But then the changes come with a lot of pain, a lot of pressure, a lot of getting out of your comfort zone, and it is not the easiest thing in the world to do. It really isn't, especially when you're like really heavy, like I was pushing close to 350 when I started this weight loss journey. So, and I've officially lost 86 pounds. I'm right at 260. I'm at 260 pounds now. Last time I was 260, I was in high school. And it's crazy to thinking that I was already that much as a, legal minor. Weight is just out of control in the world today, especially in the United States. Oh my gosh, it just seems like everybody is overweight. I mean, at least where I live, it's nuts. You see TVs and movies now, and then you just see more and more of just people who are overweight. And, compared to like being in the 40s or 50s, like nobody was fat. They really wasn't. And if like a chick was, probably because she just had a baby or something. Nowadays, being overweight is like the norm and it's celebrated. And it's like, I'm not dogging on it at all. I'm really not. But I personally don't think we should encourage obesity. I don't think we should see it as beauty. Now some people like bigger people and that's their choice. I'm not dogging that either. But as for someone who's been overweight all their life, I can just say that I don't think we should encourage it, because the more weight you have and the longer you have it, the more consequences you have in many different ways. And at the end of the day, when they come to you, that's not going to be something worth celebrating. It's not. Things like arthritis, having heart attacks, having diabetes, having mobile issues, back problems, things like that, and then not being able to do things on your own because you're just in too much pain. That's just stuff that comes with obesity and being overweight. I don't personally think that it should be something to celebrate or embrace. I really don't. But I know not everybody's the same, and people can disagree with me, and that's fine. We all have a right to think what we think. And for someone who's been overweight all their life, that's just how I feel. I mean, yeah, and there are a lot of overweight people that are, still beautiful and everything. I don't judge by that. I just don't think it should be something to be celebrated or encouraged because of the health consequences that come with it. But again, just my personal opinion. I'm so glad I'm not as heavy as I was. Now I'm still heavy. I am 260 pounds, a little over 5 months past the surgery. Lost over 80 pounds, getting close to the 90-pound area, and that will be my halfway goal, because I wanted to lose a total of 180 pounds. Things are getting really good, and things are getting a lot easier to deal with. Pain management's so much better. I still have a lot of sore and hurt in my back, but it's not agonizing. It's not just triggered by any little thing I do. You know, it doesn't feel like the bones are chipping. It feels like sand just grinding on the bones. It doesn't feel like that anymore. It's just more of a really stiff kind of sore feeling versus just murdering agony, shooting sciatic, everything. That's all I really have for today. The reason why I wanted to talk about the, you know, embracing or encouraging or making obesity like the norm is because I just see it more and more in the media. I see it more and more in public. I see it more and more on social media. And like I said, I'm not dogging on anybody, and people can disagree with me. That's fine, you know. And I'm not saying these as attack words. I'm just simply just sharing my opinion. Um, I just don't think that being overweight should be something to, you know, wave a flag over or anything, or shoot your thumb up or anything, because with obesity comes with a lot of health problems. It really does. And that's not something we should be celebrating. We should be celebrating better achievements like losing the weight, completing that marathon, completing a full cycle on the elliptical, things like that. You know, being taken off medications because of health problems. That should be things we should be more encouraged to do rather than to just be really overweight and show it all off in a bikini saying it's beautiful. But you know, if you want to do that, that's fine. But again, all I'm saying is I personally just don't think that's something that should be a thing, because when you encourage overweight people, you encourage obesity, you're encouraging health problems, you're encouraging, you know, limited mobility, and you're encouraging problems that come later on in life. And I don't want to see people go through that, because even as a 20-year-old, mid 20s, I was already having problems with, you know, keeping up with people, managing body pain just to get through that day of work, you know, managing everything just to do whatever I had to do. And it was miserable. And I was only in my 20s. I can't imagine being in my 80s and going a whole lifetime of being overweight, plus what already comes to you naturally because you're old, being tired, being sore, being sick, plus all those years of obesity and the health problems that come with it. I just don't think that's something we should be encouraging. I really don't. But again, it's my opinion. What do you guys think? Other than that, that's all I really have. I'll see you guys later. I just wanted to kind of share my little opinion on something. And I noticed in the comments, people are now telling me, you're not really telling us too much about your weight loss journey itself. And the reason why I haven't been doing that is because I'm like at a plateau right now, and there's not really much to tell. So I kind of figured that I can just kind of switch it to talking about topics having to do with being overweight, the problems with it, obesity, what it does, how I feel now that it's different, you know, because I just don't want to repeat the same thing over and over and over and over again for the next half year. I just don't. The first few months was more of the weight journey. Now we're focusing more on talking about topics related to obesity and the problems with it. So stick around for it, and we're still going to call it day yada 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 of gastric bypass surgery, but I will include the gastric bypass surgery somewhere in there. So if there's something you would like me to talk about, let me know in the comments below. Something to do with weight loss, the surgery, something that has to do with being obese, suffering through medical problems because of obesity, let me know, and I would love to talk about that in my videos. So I'll see you guys next time. Share me around. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and I will talk to you later. Bye!